everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, for the last few years, the Lakers have been in some turmoil in Los Angeles. Now, they have had some tough luck with injuries that set them back some. But inconsistent effort, execution, and roster construction was also a concern. But a summer of moves that was topped by acquiring
a lot riding on it. Thanks, David. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's James in at the small forward.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Beverly with the ball. Now Green defending. Pulls up. The shot by George, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Hits the jump hook. And here are the Clippers now. 4-point game. Now Beverly. Here's Harrell. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And that one's good by LeBron.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Harrell. Left side, Williams. Great D that time from Davis.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Weight room muscle on display there. James, even when he gets hit, he can still score. Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
What's up?
And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one.
Shot clock at 2. And it's Beverly missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. You're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Kyle Kuzma, a late pick in the 2017 draft, but he's shown that he's as strong a prospect as any.
Yeah, flew under the radar as a prospect, but came in with a very refined game and was an impact player early on. Has already started to expand his game. Should see an even bigger role as he develops as a player.
Now, here's George. Harrell trying to free himself up. Off the mark, and the drop continues. Davis kicks to Rondo. Loads it up for Davis. It's tipped. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Beverly. Rondo with the rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Misses from close range.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Kuzma left side. And that one good. Kuzma's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now, here is George. Over LeBron. Off the left rim and out. Here's Kuzma. James looking it over. Passes to Davis. And it's good, 2 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the Clippers call time here.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside Leonard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Now, here is George. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Yep, that one goes. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Kuzma.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now, here is George. It's good.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Here are the Lakers. They're on a 19-4 run. Rondo with the ball. Sweet little floater.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Williams after Rajon Rondo's bucket. The pass to Harrell. George with the ball. He's guarded by Davis. Shot clock at 6. And the officials call a traveling violation. Lakers leading by 17. Pass to LeBron. And that one is off. George with the defensive effort. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. 11 feet away, and he knocks down the jumper.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
And here's Rondo. Pass to Green. And here's Kuzma. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Kuzma not only has great skill, but his balance is so good. Even when he gets bumped around, he still finds a way to score.
In positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers.
One shot.
Free throw good, Kuzma. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use. Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's stolen by Green. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 6 points for Paul George.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
And Davis throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Fast break, the Lakers. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Off target from outside.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
James with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Shamet. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to Leonard. Harrell trying to free himself up. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 6.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
George against LeBron. Davis finds Rondo. Knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. Shamet. Now here's Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Sinks the triple.
Well, I tell you what, Beverly's really improved as a three-point shooter, as dependable as they come now, shooting from behind the arc.
Rondo against Beverly. And it's Rondo penetrating. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Danny Green. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that could lend itself to coaching.
It's an excellent starting list. Now here's Cousins. Caldwell Pope up top, fires the 3. It's hauled in by George.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Here's Beverly, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
I give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
That free throw, no good.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league, an absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. He hits the second from the line. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selection, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
But they recover it. Caldwell Pope outside. Clock at 6. Here's McGee. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great tee that time from Green. Clippers trail by 17. Pass to Shamet. The 3. Green breaking loose. Cousins pulls it in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here is Cook. There's a minute left in the first quarter. No good from Cousins. The Clippers shooting 33% here in the first quarter. George with the bucket.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Cook looking it over. Here's the teardrop. Great D that time from Green.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
And here's McGee. After Paul George getting his 3 to go. Stolen by Beverly. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. George, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's James. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
2 shots.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
And the first one drops.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Both free throws good from James. 12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, George. Outside, Green. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Lakers ahead, leading by 14. And we'll get things started in you see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire up NBA.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is...
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Green is out there with Ivica Zubac, and it's Beverly in at the 1. Mark, do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decade.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective. You know, with LeBron coming to L.A., the Lakers trying to speed up their timeline. I mean, the roster never quite got gelled. The end result, LeBron's first time outside the playoffs since 2005, which was his second season as a pro. That's a remarkable, remarkable run.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from McGee. And when you look back on LeBron's first year in Los Angeles, Clark, how would you rate it?
Well, I think a mild disappointment, but remember now, before he got hurt, they were 4 or 5 games above 500, but the injuries, some other drama, really changes in the front office, instability led to a disappointing and frustrating season.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Clippers trail by 12. Now George on the wing. Williams. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Pass to Daniels. Three-pointer. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
You gotta love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
Over in the corner, Zubac. Outside Williams. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the 3 ball. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing. And all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, B.A. Cook, the pass to Cousins. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. Clippers trail by 8. With the teardrop and the rejection by Cousins. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's McGee with the jam.
Now, this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
The pass to Shamet. Lets a floater go. McGee with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 13. That shot missing, and the Lakers take it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Caldwell Pope kicks to Cook. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here is Daniels, defended by George. Daniels dishes to Cousins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. The Lakers making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Cousins. Pass to Daniels. Lakers passing it around. Here is Cook. Guarded by Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Fades back. And again, the Lakers no good. Clippers trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against the Lakers. The Clippers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. Free throw good from Shamet. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Lakers leading by 11. Here is Cook. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, Bradley with it. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Lakers shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Daniels passes to Cousins. A 3-ball. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
And, you know, Cousins is tough inside, but he's got a nice outside touch, too. Didn't have that shot when he first got into the league, but now he does.
And the rejection by Cousins. And now here comes Daniel. Leading the break. Right side, Davis. Pass to Cousins. Back to Davis. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 8 points for Anthony Davis.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Passes it to Leonard. Shoots over Bradley. And it's Leonard missing. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Cousins. And the rejection by Zubac. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Daniels. To end the run. Misses off the left iron. The Lakers shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Cousins. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Williams finds Shamet. Here's Zubac. Back to Shamet. Outside, Green. Zubac the pass to Shamet. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Daniels from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Williams with the ball. He's got 6. Basket counts. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here is Cook. And the pass to Daniels. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 14-point game. That one drops for him. Williams has got 8 points.
Boy, for a pint-sized guy, Williams can absorb a lot of contact. Torches his man there.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
James comes in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Cook. The Clippers also making some changes. Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. LeBron dishes to Bradley. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers trail by 12. Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense,
Talk about bringing it. Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Beverly finds Harrell. Outside Leonard. James with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Bradley can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Back to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Lakers leading by 12. Rondo looking around. Kicks it out to Bradley. 5 on the clock. The 15-footer. Good. Bradley's got his first bucket in this one.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
It's stolen by Davis. This is to Bradley. Pass to James. No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Williams against Davis. Pass to Harrell. Good D by Rondo. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Kuzma. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters, and many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
You know, some folks were saying Kuzma wouldn't even get drafted a few years ago. That's why this draft stuff is more art than science sometimes, but he has proven his doubters wrong very quickly.
Danny Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Kuzma. Clippers trail by 16. George double teamed. Passes it to Harrell. Rondo against Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. The Lakers with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Kuzma. But they get it back. Davis. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Leonard. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
James, the pass to Davis. And the rejection by Harrell. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, one of the things Paul George, PG, has done is improve his ball handling, and as a result, defenders are nervous when he's handling the ball and getting up into a shot.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
First free throw is good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Both good from the line that time.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Rondo kicks to Green. We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's the pass to Davis. Down low. And Green slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Williams dishes to Leonard. George double teamed. Here's Beverly. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. LeBron against George. And here is LeBron. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Man, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points and 3 assists. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the joke they needed. Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. they wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So it's the Clippers now, down by 12. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Harrell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 4. Here's Beverly. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Beverly's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Clippers. Lakers leading by 10. James finds Green. Green draws the double. James in the post. Defended by Beverly. LeBron with the bucket. LeBron's got 15.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Leonard looking around. Shoots over Kuzma. Again, the Clippers.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
LeBron passes to Rondo. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. An emphatic alley-oop jam. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds. Williams against Green. Williams passes to Harrell. And it's in there.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Beverly against Rondo. Pass to Green. Inside. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Green. That's 12 points for Davis.
I love his shot selections today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Harrell slams it in.
Always a threat to score. Williams draws defensive attention. I mean, that allows him to set up his teammates.
Rondo against Beverly. Outside, Davis. Leonard against James. And again, it's the Lakers.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. A 12-point game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Leonard. The shot by George, wide open. They get the rebound. Harrell, that's good.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Green against Williams. Yes, that goes in. Green's got 8 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Beverly against Rondo. Beverly dishes to Harrell. Great D that time from Davis.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Passes to James. Over George. And another basket for the Lakers.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Beverly against Rondo. Here's Leonard. No good that time, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Davis finds Kuzma. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. With the floater, and the layup is good. 18 points for him.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Now James, 19 points in the game. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
They wouldn't want all of their guys shooting a 3 on the break, but when it's him, he's got the green light.
Beverly against Rondo. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Clippers trail by 11. Williams with the ball. He's got 8. Left side, George. For the 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Kuzma kicks to James. With some arc, and he lays it up and in. James has got 21 in the game, and the Clippers call time here.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Some changes for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. George with the bucket. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. Green with the rebound.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And, you know, Beverly has great speed. Snake-like in how he slips through the defense on the drive.
Now the pass to Cook. James finds Caldwell-Pope. To the middle. That's good from Davis on the assist by Caldwell-Pope. Davis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Pass to Shamet. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
And the Lakers making a change here. Daniels is checked in. On the free throw, no good. Lakers leading by 9. LeBron with it. George picks him up. The feed to Daniels. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Daniels has got his first 2 points.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Zubac kicks to Shamet. Lets it fly. And And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
So quick on these drives, as quick as a hiccup. Can't let him, Caldwell Pope, get into the lane like this.
And stolen by LeBron. Goes up. And the dunk by James.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Poked away. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And the shot is good. George has got 23 points.
And you know, once George gets on the roll, he's just absolutely relentless, showing you how dominant he can be when he gets hot.
Caldwell Pope finds Davis, and they double up Davis. Here is Daniels. Davis surveying the floor. Here's Cousins. They get it again. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And the Clippers call time here. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. Fast break, the Lakers. Daniels is running. He dishes it to James. Pass to McGee. Clock at 6. In the corner, Daniels. Shot from the wing. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, Shamet with it. Passes it to Zubac. Now, here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick and roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Caldwell Pope right side. The D bit on that pass fake and that freed him up. Caldwell Pope's got 4 this quarter.
You got to give respect to Caldwell Pope's mid-range jump shot. He's got the green light to take this shot, and that green light is always on.
Here's George. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from LeBron. Caldwell Pope passes to LeBron. At the top of the key, Cousins. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Cousins has got 9.
And, you know, even when the defense is on him and Cousins is well guarded, he still gets it done. Excellent footwork, good hands and strength, and he stays focused when he's in the paint near the rim.
Here's Shamet. Here's Zubac. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
To the paint. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Clippers trail by 15. Shamet finds Zubac. 56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Beverly. Lays it up off the glass. 12 points for him.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
LeBron passes to Cousins. Caldwell Pope outside. The pass to Daniels. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Lakers lead by 16.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it can probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Lakers leading by 16. And Cousins kicks to McGee. James against Green. And here is James. From deep three-point range. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
As we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. And it's George in at the 3 spot. Here's Bradley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knees.
Yeah, really left them no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from diverting the easy bucket.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Lakers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Avery Brent. Now here's Williams. Williams double team. Pass to Harrell. George finds Harrell. Now Williams. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority from McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Off the inbound. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Harrell. And so Green will bring it up for the Lakers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. To the inside. Here's Kuzma. And the rejection by Harrell. On the wing, Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Kevin, we always talk about it. I mean, those second-round picks who turn out to be gems, no one thought Williams would end up at the free throw line as much as he does.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Good on both. Lakers leading by 14. Outside Rondo. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Green up on top. 5 to shoot. Bradley. Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Passes it to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Clippers trail by 14, and they're on the break. And it's Shamet missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Loads it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Right side, Rondo. Shamet with the steal. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. And he makes good on the layup. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Running so smoothly. Williams saw the opening. Nothing but points for him when he gets in that position.
Bradley up top. He's guarded by Williams. The offensive rebound. Kuzma. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
At the line for your Lakers, Kyle Kuzma. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
Williams passes to Harrell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Montrez Harrell. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harrell. And he can't hit the second.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And that one's good. Green.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Clippers trail by 17. Now Shamet. Kicks to George. Back to Shamet. The 3. It's rebounded by Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Softly drops in the floater. And the Lakers lead by 19.
You got to close up any lane to the rim. If you don't, Rondo is merciless in exploiting it.
Shamet finds Leonard. Back to Shamet. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now the pass to Davis. Got a piece of it. Williams with the ball. Pass to Shamet. And that one drops. Shamet's got 4 points this quarter.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. Here's Leonard. Shamet on the wing. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Lakers leading by 13. Outside Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
And here is Williams. Outside Leonard to the right side. Williams looking around. Shot clock at 5. Back to Harrell. This one for 3. But they'll get another chance. Outside for George. Nobody near Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Outside Rondo. And the rejection by Harrell. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Shamet. And too long on the shot. Lakers leading by 12. Feeds to Green. Trying to get open is Kuzma. And Green gets it to go.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
Now, here's Shamet. The dish to Harrell. Now Williams. Rondo with some nice D. 3-on-3. Loads it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Beverly's checked in. LeBron against George. The drive by James and finished off by LeBron. Beverly with the ball. No good that time. Great tee that time from Green. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the wide open shot from Green. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And the Lakers lead by 21.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
George finds Williams. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
George double teamed, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Williams. And just miss after miss right now. And And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Poked loose. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Lakers leading by 19 points. Rondo passes to Green. Pass to Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. 22 points for Leonard.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Here's Rondo. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Here's James. That's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Anthony Davis. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jared Dudley's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope comes in for LeBron. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. And both free throws good for Davis. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. And here is Robinson. And the pass to Magruder. Here's Kabengele. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Just 2 to shoot. Robinson misses. Lakers leading by 19.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Lakers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Davis.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Magruder passes to Kabengele. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Kabengele. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And the layup falls. And the Lakers lead by 20.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, come out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA.